Shalom, welcome to the Jewish Task Force, JTF. My name is Chaim Ben Pesach. This program is dedicated to elevating the soul of Simcha Bat Shlomo. I have just one question for all voters in the upcoming presidential election that will be taking place this November 6th. And that's a question regarding food stamps. When Barack Hussein Obama became president, there were 32 million Americans receiving food stamps. Today, after less than 4 years of Obama being in office, there are 47 million Americans receiving food stamps, an increase of 15 million more people on food stamps in less than 4 years. That is the fastest rate of increase in American history. That is the worst record of any president in American history in terms of creating new dependency and putting new people on a huge Washington bureaucracy government program, a handout. 15 million new people on food stamps in less than 4 years. What a record of failure. Again, no president at any time in American history, even during the Great Depression, ever created that type of government dependency at such an enormous rate so quickly. And so my question to you is this. Do you think that Barack Hussein Obama's record on increasing the number of people on food stamps from 32 million to 47 million in less than 4 years, do you think that's a good record? Or is that a disastrous record? Are you happy that Americans are becoming so much more dependent on the big federal government in Washington instead of having jobs? Instead of being able to support their families on their own? Instead of creating responsible citizens who care for their families and their communities and their country? Are you happy with that record? If you are, if you think that's a good record, then vote for Barack Hussein Obama on November 6th. If you want to have huge numbers of new people on food stamps every year, which is what he has given us all 4 years he's been in office, if that's what you want a continuation of this disastrous policy, then vote for him. By all means, vote for him if you approve of this type of policy. Mitt Romney and Congressman Paul Ryan want to create jobs in the private sector. They want to reform and streamline wasteful government programs like food stamps. Of course, there are some people who need food stamps. You have elderly people that I know elderly people in their 70s and 80s who get food stamps. They really need them because they have a hard time making ends meet just on their Social Security check. And they're too old and too frail to work. They are people who should get food stamps. And nobody is suggesting touching food stamps for those people who genuinely need it. But able-bodied people in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, and 50s, who can get jobs and support themselves, stay their whole lives on government handout programs, on welfare, on food stamps, just getting handouts from other people who do work hard and who have to pay very high taxes to support them? Is that fair? Is that healthy for American society? Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan want a country where more people are working. Barack Hussein Obama has given us a country where more people are on food stamps. On November 6th, on this issue, think about this issue. Who do you think is better for the country on the issue of food stamps? Barack Hussein Obama or Governor Mitt Romney? Who do you think is better for the country on the issue of government dependency and massive government programs and handling the federal government? Because food stamps is an excellent example, a symbol, and an example of the federal government in general and how the federal government deals with average citizens. Who do you think, judging from this issue and looking at the statistics, who do you really think is better on the issue of handling the federal government and handling federal bureaucracies and dealing with the federal government during the next 4 years, which is certainly a very decisive, vital issue, maybe the most vital issue domestically in terms of how a president actually affects the economy and actually affects American society? Who do you think is better on that issue? Barack Hussein Obama with his food stamp record, which is the worst in American history, or Governor Mitt Romney, who actually did a good job in Massachusetts? When he was governor of Massachusetts, unemployment went down. He balanced the budget. He cut taxes 19 times. Compare his record to Barack Hussein Obama's, it's like night and day. Who do you think is better on this subject and on this vital issue? Think about that. Who do you want handling programs like food stamps for the next 4 years? Because you're going to pay out of your pocket. The way you vote will decide how you pay out of your pocket and how these programs are handled, because there's a tremendous difference between these two candidates. Think about it. I think the answer should be clear. And if you want to help Governor Romney and want to help defeat Barack Hussein Obama and want to save America from the catastrophe of a second Obama term, join with us. And we're going to be, and our movement, by the way, is going to be important even after the election. Even after the election, you should join with us because we're going to have quite a battle ahead of us to try to fight to save America, Israel, and Western civilization from disastrous policies even after the election. So even after November 6th, if you see this video, you should definitely join with us. The link to join is below. Again, this is Chaim Ben Pesach for the Jewish Task Force, JTF. Shalom. Once again, we want to invite you to join the JTF Forum, the most exciting forum anywhere on the internet. There's a link below this video where you're able to join. It'll only take a minute. You don't have to be Jewish to join the JTF Forum. About half of our members are not Jewish. Hope to see you on the forum. Shalom.